Hello, everybody, and today we are reviewing Agatha All Along. I didn't review all the episodes. I'm just going to review the series since I don't feel like going through each episode. Let's just talk about it overall. So, I might as well talk about my history of Agatha. I wasn't really aware of the character back then until, WandaVision came out. And I really liked that character in WandaVision. I didn't review the rest of WandaVision. Maybe I will someday, but this is basically like a sequel to Agatha. Like WandaVision. I don't know. Whatever you want to call it. But what it's really good about this show is this show actually really surprised me because it has like a lot of good mystery and mystical themes to the MCU. And that's why we get introduced to the Witch's Road in this show, which is easily a highlight of this show. It's where Agatha teams up with a mysterious teen who we don't know his name at first until later we find out who he is. And she teams up with a bunch of witches to go down the Witch's Road to get her powers back. And the only way they can get through the Witch's Road is if they sing a chanted song called The Witch's Road, and it's really catchy. I'm surprised they didn't play the It's Been Agatha All Along, because that song was super catchy when I listened to it in WandaVision. But as they go through the Witch's Road, they have to go through the various trials, and it all leads to them leaving their shoes behind, and they go through various mystery houses. Like, the first episode was an alright episode. It was like a crime drama at first, but then once Agatha learns who she is, and she has to find a way to get her powers back ever since Wanda, spoilers, took away her powers at the end of WandaVision. So now she teams up with all these witches, but she's very cold in this show because the various witches dies each episode. Almost all of them die, except, so this is a spoiler, but the only ones that survive are Agatha, Jennifer Kale, and Teen. But later in the episode, at the end, we do not learn what Agatha does. But who's also in this show is Death. So I never thought we'd see Death in the Marvel Universe. If you don't know who that is, she is basically Thanos' lover. And she is basically like a skeleton, and she basically drove Thanos to madness in the comics. So to see her in this show is quite a plot twist. But the other plot twist is we learn who Teen is. His name is actually Billy Maximoff. So at the end of WandaVision, the Wanda's children, their souls were created by her through magic. But after she got rid of her little dystopian world, the souls of Billy Maximoff and her brother have now transferred into a boy named William, who now has the power of Billy Maximoff and is now looking for his brother. And he doesn't trust Agatha, but the two eventually learn to work together to help find their brother at the end of the series. But each of the trials they go through is interesting. First they go through this nice sitcom looking house, and then next they go through a music theme, 70s theme house or whatever. We even see a Stevie Nicks poster. My mom likes Stevie Nicks, but it's a cool reference. But they also go through a sleepover where they have to use an Ouija board. But almost every of the women die in this. These two die in the episode. Then she dies. She gets her own episode where we learn about her backstory, and she dies in this wicked theme, Maleficent, whatever you want to call it, Wizard of Oz kind of theme. But she dies sacrificing herself to save Agatha and the other witches. But all is left is Agatha, Teen, and Jennifer, like I said. But as they go through the trials, they are able to find their way back where they started, and they are able to find a way to escape the road, except for Agatha. But she is saved at the last second, where basically the finale, takes place where Agatha has to take down Death. And Agatha actually dies. but we think that's the end because Billy actually goes back to his parents, and they still think they don't know that it's Billy Maximoff. But once he realizes Agatha's gone, he first hears a whisper, and then he realizes that Agatha is a ghost, like a Force Jedi ghost now. And we actually learn about the origins of the road, where Agatha is apparently able to live so long because of her witchcraft. And apparently the plot twist is that she actually had Billy create the road. It's all been in his head. And so he basically caused all the witches to die. And so Agatha basically tricked Billy this whole time. But they're actually managed to work things out, and the show ends with the two going to what I think is paradise. So, the look for the brother. So that's Agatha all along. It was definitely a surprising show. I wasn't really thinking I was gonna like it, because I gotta be honest, most of the Marvel shows, there's some that work for me and some that don't. Like, I don't know, I did like most of them, but like there's some like Secret Invasion and other stuff, and I just feel Marvel just needs a little break, but they did take a little break, and we got this show by surprise. It actually makes me look forward to Marvel, honestly, even more, because I'm excited to see more projects like Daredevil Born Again, or the Spider-Man show that's going to come out. But those are different from this show, but this show is definitely a good sequel to WandaVision. And I thought Wanda was actually going to appear in this show, but she doesn't. So it's okay, but we, as you know, Doctor Strange 2, spoilers, Wanda dies, but like, we don't know if she's going to come back or not. She probably will, who knows? But Agatha all along, probably I'd give like a 7 out of 10, because it took a bit to get into and figure out, but once everything starts coming together in the creative side of the show became really good for me. And I did feel a connection with some of the characters overall. And yeah, Def was definitely a good inclusion to this show. So this show, maybe it'll get a season 2. We'll have to wait and see. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.